Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? It's the Flying Pig on Flying Pig United with another little stream for you guys and gals out there with a preview and sort of early little chat before the game, team news, predictions, all that sort of thing. We're going to be getting into it in this video, guys and gals. How are we all getting on today? Thank you for joining us. Do us a favour at the start of this stream. By the way, smash the like button on it. Give it a massive thumbs up. You know it makes sense. Also, if you're new to the channel, of course, smash that subscribe button, get yourself involved with the channel and say hello in the live chat. You only need to be subscribed for 0 seconds to chat. Get yourself subscribed and get yourself involved. Also, say hello. How you doing, Marty McFly, Adewale, Ruthless Sausage, Billy, Lucy McNicholas, Kieran. What's going on there? Matty Pickett as well, getting in here raw, lad. Jonathan Gallagher, Iceman, Ruthless, Vincent Bullock, Big Bear, Dilly Hill, Moochel, Primot, MEFC Charlie, Disco Dave, John Boy Cat, Dumasani, John Adair, Gungshi, Mohammed, Fire Up, Bruce, Kieran, and everybody else. Great to see all you Bacon Brigadiers. Hope you're all doing well. Come on, United! We have got a big game coming up tonight against Nottingham Forest, or as we're going to call them afterwards, Nottingham, you know, because we're going to chop them down. Chop the Forest down, basically. It's just going to be gone. So, yes, there is going to be no Forest after that, but hopefully it's going to be a good, positive result. I'm feeling confident. We should get the job done against these championship fodder melts. In all fairness to Nottingham Forest, they have done a bit better recently. Their form would say that they're on the upturn. They're just safe of the relegation by a few points now. They've done well to sort of turn it around after a gash start to the Premier League. So, you know, it's never an easy game in these sorts of situations. They'll be fighting their guts out, trying to do their very best. They're at home. There'll be a great atmosphere there, of course, from their home fans. And it's just going to be a bit of a cauldron, I expect. And I expect Manchester United to go there and, you know, have a stern test. It's not going to be easy because nothing is at this stage. There's always upsets. There's always this kind of stuff that goes on. The important thing for United, what we need to do is avoid any major upsets and not slip up on this potential banana skin here. It is over 2 legs anyway, but Manchester United need a good result here tonight. Something like a draw at the very, very least. That may sound like, that's cash. But as long as we don't bloody lose the thing, then we should easily win the tie. But we want to go there and smash them up and get a positive result and win the game of football, of course. And we've got everything in our locker to do that. I actually think Ten Hag is going to set us up to be very strong. I don't think he's going to take many chances in terms of his team selection. I think he's going to go with the experienced heads. Get the job done and then maybe mix it up and bring a few guys on a bit later on and rotate. But certainly early doors, it's going to be all the strong lads, all the main experienced guys that he's got faith in, I believe. So probably the right way to go as well. Get the tie won in this game. Yes, we're away at the shitty ground. That's what we're calling it from now on. Why not? Do you know what I mean? Yes, it's called the City Ground. So we're away at their stadium, somewhere in the middle of Sherwood Forest or something. I don't know. But we've got to go there and play a game of football against them in their home tie, and then we've got our home tie obviously next week or whatever it is. So yeah, positive that we're going to get the victory. Let's just start off the stream then with some predictions from the live chat. I'm going to give you my predictions. So tonight's game, we're not talking about the overall tie, but tonight's game, I'm thinking United are going to win it comfortably, 2-0. There you go, I said it. 2-0. I think maybe they will put up a bit of a fight. They will get at us. They will cause us some problems. I think we'll defend like a bunch of bosses and just get the job done in a professional manner. Hey there, Thunder and Joy. What's going on? And Elliot Manduna, you too, bud. Thank you, Matthew Smith. You think Garnacho should start, Jonathan? Interesting. We'll get onto that in a little bit, my son. Compost Smurf thinks 3-1 to United. Gungshi's feeling a burning in his loins. Says 3-0 to United. Go on, Gungshi. Kieran says 3-1 to United. Let's go, Kieran. 3-1 says Fire Up. 2-0 says Benedict. Get in there, my son. Jay Hicks is going for Rashford and Antony scoring. I like your style. Elliot's feeling 3-1. Phillips feeling 4-0. John's feeling 3-0, as is Scott Corden. Well, thanks, everyone, for getting your predictions in. Srijash Bhattare saying 5-0. Everyone's feeling pretty good about this. So the last couple of games for Manchester United have not gone to plan. We were feeling confident going into those games as well. Definitely felt like we would get the job done against Buddy. Who did we even belt to the other day? Was it? Oh, Crystal Palace, yeah. And then obviously the Arsenal game was a bit of disappointment. But they are top of the league. They are flying. So, and we were away. It's always a tough fixture. But that's 2 games on the bounce now that we have actually melted now. And especially both of them at the end as well, really. Melted both those games at the end. It's a bit of a knock in the old confidence. So, United reeling a little bit here. Got to get back on the right track, the winning way, by smashing up these Nottingham Forest melters tonight. Come on, United! Yeah, so feeling positive about it. Let's get into some other predictions then for the lineup. Hey, 21 Nick P, how's it going, man? Yeah, you could say that. I'm just trying to get some stuff sorted out at the moment, yeah. Oh, thank you, John Adair. Top man, appreciate you, lad. Thank you so much. Yeah, design patterns, absolutely. We're looking for a performance from Weghorst tonight. Definitely, mate. What's the point of having him here otherwise? We've already got a human slab around for the big beanpole role. We don't need another one unless he's going to actually contribute, but tonight could be the night. Right, let's get into the team lineup predictions then, or just into the team news. So we know that there's a few players not starting. Obviously, Ten Hag mentioned this in his presser yesterday. He said that we will be out. We will be without Diogo Dalot, Jadon Sancho, and Tony Martial, as well as long-term injured players such as Donny van der Beek, Twanzebe, etc., Mason Greenwood, etc., that were out. But certainly the players that we're focused on here, Jadon Sancho, hopefully he's coming back to fitness soon. We just heard that Ten Hag said that they're progressing, but they're not quite ready. So hopefully we'll see Jadon Sancho introduced back into the side soon because, well, we want to see Jadon do well, and he's not really had many opportunities. He was coming there. He was taking a leaf out of the old Luke Shaw book previously and having a few too many Frey Benny pies. And that was obviously the issue. And he didn't get himself in the England setup. He didn't have a very great start to the season. And Ten Hag basically said, hey, go away and get yourself right. He sent him off to Apollo Creed, like in Rocky 3, to go and work. Back to basics. Back to basics, mate. Running on the beach, sprinting. He's not allowed back in training until he can beat Ten Hag in a foot race on the sand. You know what I'm saying? That's the sort of standard that Ten Hag's setting now. So once he can do that, he'll be back into the side. But right now, he's still not progressed. He's still progressing, all the rest of it. So we'll see Jadon soon. Martial's still out injured for a little bit as well. So anyway, Dalot's out too, which basically means that we're going to see, realistically, I think the lineup is probably going to be this. So I've gone with De Gea in goal. Now, you'll note that in this tournament so far, in the Carabao Cup, we haven't really played De Gea. It's always been, we've played Dubravka a couple of times. We played Heaton in the last in the quarters. So it's every possibility that we might be choosing one of those, i.e. Butland or Heaton, and not De Gea in this semi-final. But when you get to this stage of the tournament, you want to have your strongest team out. I think so anyway. So I have gone with Davide De Gea. Now let's ask the live chat though, because some people may say this is a good opportunity to give, Butland says fire up, or Heaton looked good in the last game, to be fair. Let's have a little vote in the live chat then, my friends. So for this game, it's the semi-finals now of the League Cup. Who would you want to see start in between the sticks? Let us have a little vote in the live chat. But I think I would like to see De Gea because, well, he's the best goalkeeper we've got, and it's just important to have a strong team out there in the semi-finals of any tournament really like this, where you've got a chance of winning silverware. You want your best players out there. But he may well give the opportunity to Heaton or somebody else or Butland, because just simply he has done that in this tournament and used it as a sort of bit of a blooding ground for the other goalkeepers. John Boycat, this place is okay, mate. It's not too shabby. Thanks for asking. Yeah, got a cheap deal on it for a couple of nights, mate. It's not too shabby. I'm just literally nomading it up, mate, roaming around from place to place while I find something more long-term. So that's why there's a change of scenery and surroundings and all that stuff. And it's not that nice here, to be fair. This is the nicest part of it, mate, definitely. Charlie Antony, thank you for the super chat, my son. Dudes, let's get a love heart in there for Charlie in the live chat. Thank you, he says, on set. Thank you, Charlie Antony, for the super chat, for the raw tippage there. Top man, thank you, Charlie. 0793, how goes it, you legend? And Hydra, let's go. Okay, so a lot of people saying De Gea. Kieran says De Gea. Heaton says Charlie Antony. Play De Gea, take no chances, says Compost Smurf. In goal, Maguire, says Hydra. Well, the breeze block probably would stop quite a lot, but he's not mobile enough. Davey says John Adair. De Gea distribution is shit, says IQ Insane. It's not one of his strong points, no. But he is still overall one of the best goalkeepers around. Jay McFar, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel, by the way. Jay McFar. Thank you very much for getting it here, bro. Paddy McNair's older Alter ego there. What's going on, Jay McFarr? Thank you for subscribing. If you're new like Jay, hit that subscribe button, guys. Gungshi's the biggest legend ever, says Kevin Kilban. You said it, mate, and I agree. He is an absolute hero. De Gea says Don Gungshi. Well, there you go. Whatever Gungshi says, that's what it's going to be, because he predicts these things in his lines. Phil Jones in goal, says Charlie Antony. Listen, just calm down. Right, let's talk about the rest of the side. So I have gone with De Gea. I think Ten Hag will select De Gea, even though he's selected Heaton and Dubravka previously while he was here in the last couple of rounds at this tournament. But I've got a feeling it is going to be De Gea because it's now the semis. Then I've gone with Tyrell Malacia coming in at left back. Why not, eh? He's quality, hasn't played for a couple of games. Luke Shaw's been doing bits, but Malacia, unleash him. Got a lot of games coming up. Unleash Malacia. And then you've got to go with the tried and tested duo of Martinez and Varane. If they're both fit and available, we've got to do that. Wan-Bissaka's going in there at right back. He has been good recently, but Dalot, Dalot is great too, but he's not available. Ten Hag confirming that Dalot is not available for selection in this game, which basically means it's going to be Aaron Wan-Bissaka playing at right back there, the Spider, who's looked really good recently. Maybe if you look at the last game, I thought he was generally good throughout, but maybe if you look at the last game, some of the incidents, he did have a hand in the shithousery of the concession of the goals. So, wants to have a good solid game tonight. Then I have gone with the strongest possible midfield. Get out, Scott McTominay. Get out, son, you wee tube. That's right. Get yourself back to Bonnie, Scotland, and get yourself a wee deep-fried battered Mars bar, my son. Get out. No, honestly, I would. That's it. That's it now for Scotty McTominay. But Casemiro is obviously available now because he served the suspension, but this is the League Cup anyway, but he served the suspension. He wasn't available in that Arsenal game. Casemiro is the Don. He's the daddy. He's the one. So once we've got him in the team, we're just a much better team. I still think if Manchester United have had Casemiro in that side the other day, it's not like we were that far away from getting some sort of result in that game. I think we would have at least got a draw. Who knows? He could have changed the face of the whole game because he is such a world-class player. And that's the engine room where all the magic happens. So I'm thinking we beat Arsenal the other day if Casemiro starts. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you agree with me. Smash a 2 if you disagree. By the way, guys, we've got 162 legends watching this stream right now. Welcoming everyone. And only 61 likes. You what? Bacon Brigade, assemble! Take a second to smash that like button, guys. It's free. And believe it or not, it's supposed to help us out on the YouTube algorithm. So twat the thumbs up on it. Give us a like. Let's get this sucker to 100 likes. And also, give us a share around. We've pinned the tweet to the top of the live chat. If you're on Twitter, go check out the link at the top of the live chat. Give us a cheeky little retweet. And that way, it just helps us spread the word. And also, I will shout you out later at the end of the show. We would have got a draw at least, says Gangshi. Yes, I agree. There's lots of ones coming in here. Hey, Jarvis Cocker, what's going on? I am doing a watch-along John Adair, big time. Fire Up agrees. Tyler, AR Dan, Kieran, Compost Murph agrees. Design Pattern says no, it wouldn't have changed the result. I think we're going to win the whole tournament, Hydra. Yes, Matthew Smith, Elliot Manduna, Mohammed all think it would have changed the face of the game. So that is what having such a class player in that key role can do for you. It can make or break you as a team because, especially with Manchester United not having the depth, if we did have another real top-class player to come in once there's an injury or a suspension, then we'd be okay. But unfortunately, we are then lambasted with the likes of Scotty McTominay. Well, and even Fred is good, but he's not top tier. So we haven't got the squad depth there. Once you take Eriksen and Casemiro out of the equation, we're actually not that great in midfield. So that's the problem. But Casemiro is back in this game, and so therefore I think we'll absolutely rinse them tonight. Thank you, Fire Up. He says, let's get to 70k subs. Yes, mate, we're not that far away. We're getting there. We're a few hundred away. So if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe. Help us get to the big 70k. Big ups, Abdullah Irwin. How are you been getting on, lad? Colm Geraghty's in here as well. You can't wait for Sancho to come back. Yeah, well, let's hope that he is a different player, like you say. Hopefully he's gone and had that sort of training with Apollo Creed that he's desperately needed back to the roots, mate. And then, and then he can come back a more, kind of like what happens with Rashford, really. A new, fresh approach. It's a new start, that's it. It's time to re-energize, time to revitalize. Wessex Mercier, thank you for the £2 super chat, mate. Let's go. He says, no trophy in 6 years is unacceptable. United need a win. Spot on, Wessex Mercer. You said it absolutely spot on. And you've also said it the same sort of thing that Ten Hag's been saying as well, because this is what Ten Hag's had to say about the situation, actually. Let me just put this up on the screen. So this is actually what Ten Hag said in his presser yesterday in regards to the trophy drought at Manchester United. He says it takes too long that this club didn't win a trophy. It belongs to the club to be winning trophies. And so we have to get back on that track. So he knows the task that's at hand. He knows it's not easy, but I think this trophy, even though we always say that this trophy is kind of meaningless, it's a Mickey Mouse Cup. It really is just, it's like the one that everybody plays their youth players in or rotates the team in, and they only really play their strongest sides until they get towards the end of the competition. But when you get there, of course you want to win it. And if you've got the opportunity to lift the trophy at Wembley, it's awesome. It's a bit of silverware. It is a trophy. And all importantly, it would end that trophy drought, which is too long. And Man United is too big of a club to not be winning trophies. We should be winning trophies every single season. We should be picking up one, because that's the sort of club we are with the history and the fan base and everything and the support it's got. We should be challenging, at least picking something up every single year, because we are a quality historical team. But unfortunately, our owners have let us down. Let's get a hashtag Glazers out in there. But I totally agree with you, Wessex Mercy. It's totally unacceptable. Could not agree more, sir. And hopefully that trophy drought ends very, very soon with this one. It's a Mickey Mouse Cup, but we want to win it. We want to win it because we haven't been to Disneyland for a very long time. And it would be lovely if we could see Donald Duck and Mickey and Minnie and all the guys and Goofy once again, because it's just been too long, guys. It really has. But there's the team lineup. Let's carry on with the rest of it. So Casemiro, Eriksen in the centre of the park. It's sort of self-explanatory, really. If Casemiro's back, he's got to play. He's the engine room. He's the cog in the midfield that's turning the most. He's the most important part of the team, in my opinion, because look how much he's changed us since he's come in. We're a much better side with Casemiro in the team than without. And he's kind of solved a lot of the problems that have been glaring at Manchester United for many years with the likes of Paul Pogba and Scott McTominay and just a lot of bang average melters in the team. Casemiro has come in and basically shown them up, shown that he is a quality player. And that's what a quality player can do, is distribute the ball brilliant, win it back for you, has that warrior spirit. It's just an all-round great competitor. So great to have Casemiro in there. He's got to start, really, if he's available, obviously. Eriksen, too, next to him. Probably be subbed off after 65 minutes, but he's got to start as well. And then above them, I've gone for the strongest sort of lineup we could put out at the moment. There's no Tony Marcio in the side. He's also still nursing an injury. Big problem with him, just as well. We got Weghorst. But Weghorst has to do something, doesn't he? He's got to start doing something. This is the game for him tonight. Although we're on the away side, we're looking to go get some goals. We're looking to try and get a result here in this game. And Weghorst should be getting plenty more service he did last time. It was always going to be tough in the Arsenal game. We didn't get him much service. He was pretty static and gash up there, but he didn't really get much service. You have to say that. It's not like there was a great ball delivered to his head really once. So he's going to need some service. I think he'll get that more so tonight, and I think he'll probably get on the score sheet. But he's got to, because if he doesn't, that's going to be a few games for him now. The start of his Manchester United career where he has not scored. That's never a good start. You don't want your new centre forward to not be scoring at the start of his time at the club. So Weghorst needs to register. Let's ask the live chat just for a bit of fun. How many goals? Let's just assume he plays up top. How many goals does Wout Weghorst score in the game tonight? Get your thoughts and opinions in there. I'm going to say he bags one. Why not? 3 says fire up. I'm going to say 1. AR Dan says 2. 0 says Philip and Jonathan Gallagher. Oh, Gungshi's going for 1 and Andrew Cross. Harvey Page thinks he'll get a couple. Okay, well, that's pretty raw then. I mean, look, that's what he needs. He needs to have that sort of boost and that just sort of that start at Manchester United now and score a couple of goals, because he is going to start getting very much criticised. Because he's at United and it's a pressure cooker and all eyes are on the players starting in Manchester United team. You've got to be good enough. And if he's not being effective, he's not impacting games, he's not scoring goals, what is he here for? So that's what's going to be asked of him if he doesn't register tonight. He's going to have to register tonight. 2 says Harvey. 2 says Cool Ruler. 0 says Arsenal for Life. 2 says Cindy Collector. Ulf thinks 0. Primot says nothing against him, but what a crap signing. Thank you, Primar. I agree, mate. I mean, people are absolutely tossing one out when we signed Weghorst for some reason. I don't understand why. It was always going to be a decent signing. We should have got him and another number 9, like Victor Othman, or just somebody, getting somebody quality in there as well. And that gives us more options, because Martial clearly isn't good enough to be playing regularly up in the number 9 role. He doesn't really do the business for us there. He's also an injury-prone melter. Just look at him now. And he's a confidence player. So there's so many reasons why he will not turn up half the time. Wout Weghorst, robust, big, strong, different. That's good. But it's also not enough. We're Manchester United for fuck's sake. I mean, it is actually gastastic and pitiful, isn't it? If you think about it, it's disgusting now you've mentioned it. Because we've gone from having, Cantona to having, people like, just through the years, Rude and Rooney and, Van Persie. And the list goes on. Zlatan and all the rest of these great forwards we've had that are match winners and goal scorers. And now we've got bloody Wout Weghorst, guys. No disrespect to him, but he's fucking bloody bang average, mate. Isn't he? And he's like our main guy up top there, scoring the goals for us now. Oh, nice. He scored 2 in 20 for Burnley. Fucking hell. Anyway, let's actually try and get behind him. He is at United now. He is going to be wearing the shirt. So we want him to score goals for us, but yeah, it's not an inspired signing. It's a total cheap-out, gastastic, doss-up signing by the shithouse Glazers here, guys. Make no mistake. It's going to cost us potentially something this season. Because if we don't have ambition to go get a proper forward, maybe spend that cash in January, like a lot of other clubs have had to do now, to try and keep up with the Joneses, then we would have maybe had a much better chance of doing something this season. But no, we cheaped out, and I think it's going to cost us some points. I like your style as well there, Jay Hicksy comments. Martinez and Varane, the best centre-back duo in the Prem at the moment. Wessex Mercier, thanks for the super chat, mate. He comments and he says, let's get a raw emoji in there for Wessex Mercier going in there raw. Says, do you think United should have gone for Depay? So I saw Depay in his first game the other night for his new side, and he actually was doing pretty well. I mean, no. No, not to be honest, no. I mean, there's not really much difference between getting Depay and Weghorst. They're two totally different players, by the way. That's not what I mean. I mean, in terms of their qualities, it's like, yes, Memphis Depay is good. I suppose he's better, if anything. If you look at his record and stuff, I suppose he is better because his record's like more so. He's got way more appearances and goals for the Netherlands. He's been playing for Barca, scoring goals. Like, his record's decent over there. Weghorst's record is not as good. So, I don't know. You can argue maybe Depay would have been a better signing. Plus, he can play in a couple of different positions. But no, I think they're both the same sort of signing in the sense that they're both just cheap out, just mediocre signings. They're neither one of them is going to change the face of Manchester United. It's not like a Casemiro type influential signing, is it? So, I don't know. I mean, Depay's more of a place left wing, but he can play up top, obviously. He would have been versatile. Guys, let's ask the chat. It's an interesting one, Wessex. Who should have we signed out of Depay and Weghorst? Let's have a vote in the chat. I do think probably Weghorst makes sense because he's a proper, centre-forward type player, and he's a big lad and all that kind of thing. It's something different from what we've got. When Tony's fit, he will probably still be playing ahead of Weghorst, but Weghorst is just something different to have us. Yeah, thank you, Gungshi. He says, smash a like for the pig, lads. And I says, thank you, Don Gungshi. I appreciate you, brother. Yes, do hit that like button. We're one away, actually, from 100 likes. So if you haven't hit the like, now's the time. Let's get this puppy spiked to 100 likes. Do hit the thumbs up if you're just joining us. Also, hit the subscribe button so you can get in the chat and have your say. We're going to be on here, of course, for the watch along later where we are going to watch the game. And it's going to be raw. I think we're going to beat them 2-0. That was my prediction at the start of this stream. And I'm sticking with it. Okay, so let's get into a couple of other things that Ten Hag sort of said. Just on Antony. Now, Antony has had quite a bit of criticism recently. And quite a lot of it is fair because he is an absolutely frustrating melt to watch in most games. In some games, he's doing well, obviously. He's scoring those banging left foot curlers and everything. You can't really fault him for doing that. That's it. If he has a ropey game where he's completely non-existent for most of the game, but then he pops up and does something like that and bangs it into the top bins, you don't really care, do you, about his lack of, maybe doing other stuff down the right-hand side, or his lack of the right foot, or his selfishness, or his 1080 spins, or whatever it is, man's built like a Zanussi washing machine, for fuck's sake, out there sometimes, and it's really annoying. He's got his set to the spin cycle, but what we really need to do is just set it to the old dry. Just that's it. Time to just chill out a little bit, mate, and try and do a little bit more for the team, maybe. But also, he is kind of one-dimensional. Ten Hag has basically backed him like he would do. It's this big money signing. I think we do need to give him time. We need to be patient with Antony. He's still young. He's only just come in. He is adapted to a new league. He's shown glimpses of absolute quality, but he does need to rein it in a little bit. He's got a little bit too much pizzazz about him. I like a bit of pizzazz. I like a bit of flair. I really do. But there's too much. There's too much where it becomes beyond the point of actually being effective or efficient or trying to solve a problem with a solution to just being a flash bastard. There's a thin line between trying something and showing some flair and being a flash bastard. And some of the stuff he was doing the other day, whether it's trying to chip it over people's heads to his teammate for little scoops and stuff, or silly things not working out, nothing came off. And when you try that stuff, it's got to come, otherwise you look like a tit. And it's just unnecessary. Play the simple pass. There's a simple pass on to your teammate. Play the short pass. You don't need to do something over the top and pretend like your name's looking Neymar Ronaldinho. You don't have to do that. So I know that's his type of player. That's the type of player that he is. He's that kind of Brazilian flair player, and I get that. You don't want to coach that completely out of a player like Antony. He's got to rein it in, though. He's got to start being more effective. He's got to start making better decisions when he gets into the final third in certain areas as well. I remember a raw Cristiano Ronaldo when he first came in. He had all that energy, all that quality, and he was cutting people open and stuff. But his final product, his decision-making in the final third, to begin with, was not always the correct thing. He was maybe doing too many steppers, maybe doing too many bits of skill and stuff like that, just unnecessarily. And I believe he had that coached out of him pretty early on by Fergie and co. And that made him a more efficient predator-type player. That's exactly what we need to do with Antony. But obviously, I'm not trying to compare Antony to Cristiano Ronaldo, but, Antony has to start reining it in and doing what's best for the team and just keeping it simple when it calls for it. Another super chat from Wessex Mercier, mate. He says Antony's 100 million fidget spinner. Oh, no. Well, whose hand's he spinning on? Ten Hag's? I mean, that's a bit weird, isn't it? But no, I know what you're saying, Wessex Mercier. I don't really understand all that stuff. The fidget spinner, though, I don't really understand why he does all that stuff. I mean, it's entertaining, don't get it wrong. If you're up 3-0 in a game, fine, but there's a time and a place for all that sort of stuff. This is not the Harlem Globetrotters. We don't want a bunch of fucking clowns or magicians in the team. We want people who are trying to put the ball in the back of the net, and the most efficient way of doing that as well. Devil CW says, Pig, thoughts on Unai Emery? Good evening. Taking the Villa to Europe, even though people say we're 11 points off relegation. If anybody can do it, he's the guy, mate. He's a great coach, to be fair. He is a good coach. I mean, he always seems to do well with what's at his disposal. Even at Arsenal. Darv says, Antony looks so one-dimensional. Easy for the defender to position themselves knowing he only has 1 foot. Can he cut the mustard? I know, Darb, that is the problem. That's it, So he's going to have to work on that other dimension of his game, definitely, because people have worked him out already. So just show him down the wing. If you show him down the wing, he can't really get a really great ball in with his right foot. He's going to have to start doing that and learning to pass with his right foot. That's what he's going to have to do, to a good standard and using his right foot. It's hard, though, because he's very one-footed. Because otherwise he has to come back on himself and then get a ball in. It allows the opposition time to close him down. It's not as good, is it? He's too one-dimensional. Just show him onto his weak foot, basically, down the right. And he is in trouble. So, yeah, I would be the same. If I've got a team of defenders, I'd be saying, look, don't let him go inside. Keep tight there. Show him the space on the left. Show him the space down the wing. And fucking just let him, get him down there, chase him down there. I am in an apartment, Ghost 98, that I rented off of Booking.com, mate, for 2 nights. Yeah, not too bad either, mate. 45 a night, not bad. But it's okay. I mean, the walls are paper thin here, so people are gonna have fun listening to me later on. I am in Spain, Dan McGill. Yeah, Mark Smith shut the. Oh, steady on now, Pan Marius. What's going on there, mate? Crikey. Easy now, rude boy. Easy now. Kyle Eves, thank you so much for getting in here and subscribing to the channel, by the way, Kyle. If you're new like Kyle, hit the sub up. Okay, so this is what Ten Hag said about Antony. He said he can do better. We want him to be more direct. We want him to be more direct. But the team is performing better if he's on the pitch, and that's a good thing. Okay, so that's the key thing. That's basically what I just said, but more in a roundabout way. Obviously, he wants him to be more direct. So cut out the shit. Cut out all the nonsense guff. You know what I'm saying? To cut out all the nonsense guff and do the direct stuff, the most efficient thing to get to the ball to goal. That's what we need to be doing. So hopefully Ten Hag's going to try and instill this into him. And once he's done that, I think over the next few games, we should see hopefully a bit of a change in mentality of Antony, where he stops dicking around quite so much and does do much more, efficient decision making out there. That's what we want to see. So there you go. Antony can do better. We know that. He has had a good start to his United career in general, though. He's just gone off the boil just as of late. Since we come back from the World Cup, basically, he's kind of been gash, and he needs to step up big time. And, he's capable of doing that. He's got the qualities. We just need to see a little bit more correct decision making, a bit better quality from the lad. Right now, and then Ten Hag's comments on Tony Martial as well, just a little bit on Martial. He said, when Martial's there, he's really important for us because we play our best football when he's available. He has to be aware of that as well. If you want to be successful, we need him. And the first thing is he has to be available. So basically, he said, you can't, I say you've got to be fit and available, and Tony Martial is an injury-prone player. But when he's fit, he will be getting in ahead of Weghorst because he will provide us probably more quality than Weghorst. That's why Weghorst is such a bang average gas-tastic signing, because we've signed Weghorst, we signed a striker, we needed a striker, we signed one, and still, arguably, Tony Martial is still the better choice for number 9 when both players are fit and available. I would say so. I would say that based on previous. Martial's a good player. He's just inconsistent. Sometimes he can actually put in some sensational performances. He's got that sort of that almost telepathic relationship with Rashford as well. Like those two do link well when they're both on it. They understand each other. Wout Weghorst just coming in here. I still think, let's ask the chat, if they're both fit now that you've seen Weghorst a couple of games and Martial, look, Martial's been seriously gastastic for a while too. Don't get me wrong, these guys Martial's melted. But I think it's a big problem when you go and sign a player and there's the player that you've got there who supposedly is to be replaced is actually still probably the player to play when they're both fit and available. Martial starts as Iceman. Interesting, you choose Martial if both fits as Viggy. Yeah. Nice one, Wiggy. How you getting on, lad? No pig, we need better wingers. Look at Saka, Martinelli, says IQ Insane. Dude, we got the Don Rashford, lad. Stop tugging off Arsenal Hollands, mate. They're lucky, bro. Design Patterns says, looking back, Pig, do you think Ten Hag telling Ronaldo that he'd be fighting for his place with injury-prone Martial was a mistake? Ronaldo got you 24 goals, Martial has 5, disaster. Not really, because, that's the reality. Ten Hag wanted it done a certain way. He can't be undermined by one player. If Ronaldo got his head down and carried on, we wouldn't have had this situation. Now he's playing in Saudi Arabia. He did that interview with Piers Morgan. No, he made his decision. His ego got the better of him. Ten Hag, I personally think, dealt with that situation well. So, I don't think, although Ronaldo's an amazing player, his heart wasn't in Manchester United. His heart wasn't in the team. You could see that. And so piss off if you're not in the team. You're actually hindering us. And you know what? United are definitely a better team without Cristiano Ronaldo here. So although, yes, we miss his goals, there's other people scoring goals now. Rashford's on fire, etc. People have come to the fore because that guy's gone. Martial's too moody. Well, it's true, Bruce. He is a bit of a sulk. Ronaldo ruined the team. We were better before him, and now we're better without him. Says everything. So true, Palmaris. That's so true. Does Garnacho ever play as a 9? Well, Orlando, he definitely could do. I think he's got the quality to do that. If you look at how he runs at people, I think he is best out in the wide positions where he's getting a bit more space. He's not the most physical player, is he? Let's face it, he's a teenager. He's very lightweight. But he's got that dribbling ability, that low sort of gravity. He can beat players, definitely. But I don't know if he's ready to be coming up against, two big, brutish centre-backs or whatever who are going to try and bully him for the game because, he's just a young lad who's a bit, lacking that physicality and that kind of thing. Maybe in the future, he should definitely be used there sometimes to see how he gets on. But I do like him in the wide areas because he just runs at people, he beats people, creates. He's actually a danger, super danger from the left. Hey, Alon Charles, thank you for subscribing there. And Barbara Callister, welcome aboard the Bacon Express. And Simon Parsonage as well. Thank you guys, everyone, for hitting the subscribe button. Appreciate you joining us. Nice one. We've got 129 likes as well. We're almost at 150, so keep smashing the like button if you're in it. It helps us compete with clickbait belts and corporation wankers. So get your likes on the video, guys. It's free. Right then, so let's cover the rest of it then. So Martial, he's a frustrating character. He's always injured, and even when he is fit, he doesn't always turn up, and he gets a sulk on, and he's a bit of a confidence player. And there's question marks hanging over him. But I still think he's probably better choice than Weghorst if he's fit and available. But not tonight, obviously, because he's not available. But Weghorst will be starting. It's a great chance for Weghorst to arrive, because he's not arrived yet at Man United. He's got to score and arrive, and therefore get that boost, get that confidence, appease everyone who's brought him into the club. At the moment, yeah, that's not looking too good for Wout Weghorst. Tonight's the night. He's got to score, doesn't he? So, yes, just on Marcus Rashford as well. Ten Hag spoke yesterday to the press, and there was a lot of talk and debate about Marcus Rashford and his future, because obviously his contract is running down. Man United seemingly will be desperate to try and get Rashford tied up to a long-term deal, 5-6 year contract, because this guy is coming into his prime now. We have developed him all up until this point. He is Manc born and bred. He is super important to the team this season. He does deserve a new big contract. And just asked upon the interest from other teams, Ten Hag on PSG's interest in Marcus Rashford. This is what he said. So we know there's other teams sniffing around Marcus. Of course there is. If you look at what he's doing, he's gone from, last season where he was a bit of a melt job, big time, bit of a melt job's an understatement, was probably the biggest melt job in the team as per expectations. And then he's gone from that to being a superhero now. Now he's winning all the games for us and scoring all the important goals, and he's in a great bit of form, the lad. So, he's gone from that to this. People are looking at him thinking, if he's available for free, crikey, we can have him. PSG have got a track record of stealing players away from other teams and giving them huge money, so they don't have to pay transfer fees. They just get them at the end of their contract, so they come and join them, but they get a massive payday. If you're Rashford, you're looking at the opportunities there. PSG, they're going to win the trophy every single year. They're in the Champions League. They got that superstar Galactico team. It's an interesting one. But I don't really think, I don't think he's going to go. But if I was him, you'd have to consider it, just because Manchester United are not really necessarily right now going to be winning loads of things. But neither will PSG. Plus, it's a French Farmers League, and who cares if you win the French Farmers League? Are they going to win the Champions League? Probably not. So who really wants to play in the French Farmers League other than, a bunch of older players or mercenaries? People like Angel Di Maria, etc., a bunch of fucking money-grabbing Meltoids. Who wants to play in the French league? I don't know. So I don't see why Rashford would leave Manchester United to go there. As long as Man United are prepared to pay him big money, he's going to have to get 250k, 300k a week, whatever it may be, to keep the guy here. But Man United need to sign him up. But Ten Hag said, I hope that all of our players are getting interest from other clubs, because it means we're doing a good job and the team is outperforming. So that is what we're aiming for. So Ten Hag pretty relaxed on the matter, but realistically speaking, he knows how important it would be to Manchester United to get Marcus Rashford wrapped up to a long-term deal. And if we can get that, then we'd be looking pretty good for the next few years, because he is based on this season, he is an absolute beast for us. Hashtag Beastford. Let's get a hashtag Beastford in the live chat, everyone. Oh, yeah. Pogba's perfect for the French league. He is actually, isn't he, Orlando Arellano? Yeah. Definitely. Mickey Mouse player for a Mickey Mouse league, lad. Spot on. Okay, so yes, Ten Hag on PSG's interest. No, there you go. It's just sort of blunt, really. He's not really too concerned about it, I don't think. But I personally think we should be trying to, keep him, sign him up to a new deal as soon as humanly possible. Most definitely. Yeah, you think Piggy's in Spain putting cash into offshore accounts, says Cindy Collector. Oh, you're very astute, Cindy Collector. Jamie says, Piggy, instead of making us all feel poor by your hotel, head back to the garage at home, says Jamie Todd. Fair play. Well, hotels are actually really cheap out here, man. You should come out for a holiday, mate, because hotels are really cheap out here. It's not like back home where it costs £100 a night to get a fucking absolute shithole. Hotels are cheap out here, my son, especially this time of year. Shop around. Shop around. My background is changing, though. Yes, indeed, regularly. Okay, so now we've got a lot more people in the live chat. We've got nearly 300 legends in here right now. Welcome in, everybody. In fact, we've got over 300 legends in here right now. Hit the subscribe so you can chat. You only need to be subscribed for 0 seconds. Get your score predictions in. We've got 300 legends in here. Let's see everyone's predictions for the game later. We're going to get into Nottingham Forest in a minute. Just wanted to talk about United first and deal with, 10-9. But let's just get a little prediction for the game tomorrow. I'm going 2-0 to Manchester United. I mean, tonight, sorry. I'm going 2-0 to Manchester United. We're going to smash them up. And just set ourselves up for a really easy second leg. 4-0 says we're busy. Wow, remember it's over 2 legs as well. Perhaps Ten Hag won't go out there super gung-ho, try and smash them up early doors, but I think he actually will. I think we're going to go for it tonight. We didn't really go for it against Arsenal, especially in the second half. I don't know what we were really doing. But in this game, I think we're going to go for it. So maybe we could see a big result like that. Vincent thinks 4-0. Cindy's going 3-1. Primot's going 2-1 to United. Kingslayer thinks 1-0. Mr. Potter says 2-0 out on Orlando. Beef Buddy's going 2-1. AR Dan's going 4-1. You're going 2-0, are you, Rocky? 5-0 says Nathan. 3-1 says Aiden. 3-1 says John Boy Cat. Nice one, dudes. Luan France, how are you doing, you legend? That's great to see you in here, Luan. How are you getting on? Says 3-0. Love it. Nice one, Luan. I hope you're right. A busy the boys says we're going to smash them up. Do you know what? YOLO guy's in here. He says 2-2. So he's the first person that's actually said anything other than United win. Fair play you, man. I mean, let's just get into the form, right? Let's get into the form of Nottingham Forest and Manchester United real quick. It's interesting just to analyse it. Doesn't necessarily mean all that much. This is a cup semi-final game. It's on their turf as well. They're the home side. If they're going to win any of these 2 legs, this is going to be the one. So they're going to go for it. They're going to absolutely go for it. Of course they are. And they're in decent form right now. If you actually look at the last 6 games in the Premier League, which is what we're analysing here, the last 6 games, they've got the 8th best form in the Premier League, which is not bad. They've had a good upturn. They're a few points ahead of safety for relegation zone now, so they're in safety. Manchester United are 4th in the form table now. We've dipped down a little bit based on that result against Arsenal Hollands. We've also drew with Crystal Palace before that 1-1, which has hurt our form a little bit. So we do have still better form going into it. Form only tells you so much anyway. Just look at United quality. This is a team that came up from the Championship last season. Man United are going to have potentially Casemiro with his 5 Champions League sitting in the middle of the park and all the rest of these great players. So form shouldn't really matter anyway, but just to talk about the form, they're not in bad form right now. They drew the last time out. They beat Leicester 2-0. They beat Southampton 1-0, decent size. Well, they drew with Chelsea the game before that. They did lose to us before that. If you remember, we smashed them up 3-0 to start the World Cup. And also they beat Crystal Palace before that. So just a bit of just interesting. They're not doing too badly at the moment, Nottingham Forest. So I expect a stern test in terms of their potential lineup for the side. It's probably something, like obviously, for a start, Dean Henderson's got a thigh injury anyway, but he can't feature against us anyway. So it's going to be Hennessy in goal for them. Probably Aurier, Worrell, Bolly, Lodi, Mangala, Danilo, Freuler, Scarpa, Johnson and Gibbs-White. Something like that. Maybe, I don't know, might be the lineup there, guys. So we'll see. Who cares about Nottingham Forest? It doesn't really matter who they play. Manchester United will be on top of them, won't we? Let's bring it on, guys. Come on, United. We're going to smash these moats up. We're going to win the Carabao Cup this season, folks. Yeah, Newcastle are going to be a stern test in the final. It's going to be a tough old game. I know that. Yeah, nice one. But Man United, I think we're just on the right trajectory with Ten Hag at the wheel right now, where it's time for a bit of silverware. It has been 6 years. It has been a long time since we won a trophy. Jose Mourinho was the manager at the time. It's been a long time since we've gotten a little bit of silverware. This is the Mickey Mouse's bit of silverware you can get as well. But we will claim it and we will enjoy it, my friends, if we can get it. And we are going to get it. Come on, United. Smash a 1 in the chat if you think United lift the Carabao Cup this season. Smash a 1 if you think we do win it. Smash any other number if you think we bottle it. Let us know. Go on, pal Marius. Yes, Kingslayer. Yes, Duban. Come on, Vincent. Let's go, Beef Buddy. Let's go, Jay Higgs. Come on, Daddy. Go on, Red. Go on, Jobboy Cat. Come on, Primo. Come on, Leanne Reeson. No YOLO guy. Yes, Alex Core. Come on, Guggsy. You guys are hyping me up. We've got to win a trophy, says Jonathan Gallagher. Yes, sirree. Yes, sirree. Nice one. Okay. So then, yeah, everyone's feeling confident there. Most people feeling confident we can get the job done in this tournament. And what a great achievement that would be for Erik ten Hag to win a trophy. It doesn't matter what it is, to win a trophy in his first season in charge at United. The most important thing this season is just to get top 4. We are on track for that. It would have been nice to be in a title challenge. That looks a little bit far beyond us. There's still plenty of the season left, but it would take a small miracle for us to actually go on and lift the league at this stage, I think. Other teams would have to bottle it hard and we'd have to be pretty faultless. Don't see it happening in his first season. But just to win, say, the Carabao Cup and to get top 4 would be just a big tick. It would be a great first season for Erik ten Hag. We'll be pretty satisfied with that. It's not where United need to be long term. Of course, we want to be challenging for Champions League trophies and winning Premier League titles. That's where United needs to be going. But this is just a step in the right direction, winning trophies again, getting that monkey off your back of not having won a trophy for 6 years. You've got to get that off your back, that's the problem. And that's what we've got at the moment. We've got issues with lack of trophies. So ten Hag, if he can deliver us a trophy first season, he's doing absolute bits, isn't he? Yeah, that's true. Okay, he says he's going to relish the lively atmosphere at the City ground. Just to quote him on a couple more things, he said it's the same. They're back on track. They are progressing. But, for the likes of Diogo and Martial and Sancho, they're not available. So those guys are definitely not in the side. He said he was asked about his record of winning silverware. And he said, this will be the first trophy up for grabs, so what's your message to the players ahead of the final at Wembley? He said, of course, it is in our head, but we have to focus on the game. It's true the players have to be aware of it. It's a short road to the final, a short road to the cup to silverware. That is what you're aiming for and what you're playing for, to win. I fucking love this guy. Can we just get a hashtag hell yeah Dutch Stone Cold Steve Austin in the live chat, please? Give me a hell yeah. And that's the bottom line, because Erik ten Hag says so. This guy's just an absolute, I don't know, he is doing good stuff. I mean, he's not perfect. You see in the last couple of games, some of the decisions you could say were not the correct things to do. He could have done other things rather than put Bruno out wide. He could have brought Garnacho on, There's some things that I did not like, but he's got his own way of doing things. And largely, he's getting it right at the moment. So I do like his mentality of, you have to win. He's not being like one of these managers saying, oh, we'll give it our best shot, we'll try our absolute best. No, he's saying we have to win, and he's trying to deal with the pressure at Manchester United, of course. Deal with the pressure, and he seems to be eating that pressure for breakers, which I like to see. Even though it's been tough for him with things happening with players and owners and Ronaldo and all that sort of stuff going on, he's dealt with the pressure very, very well. Very, very well. Yeah, you're with Ten Hag all the way, says AR Dan. Guys, how do you rate Erik ten Hag's managerialship so far out of 10? Let's do this. We do this every now and again. Let's see how you're feeling now. Yeah, it's not much has changed for me. I still think he's done about as good as he could have done. It's a 9 out of 10 for me. The only way he could have be a 10 is if we were in first in the league or something, which is just unrealistic. But we are in all the trophies, all the tournaments still, FA Cup, League Cup, Europa League and Premier League. We're still in them all as of now. So he's got a chance of actually doing something really good this season for United. Nice one, Duban Comrie says, hell yeah, Dutch Stone Cold Steve Austin. Get in there, AR Dan as well. Okay, let's have a look. So, yeah, Orlando thinks he's doing a 9 job. RJ says 9. 8 says Kingslayer. 7 says Ruben. 8.5 says Aiden. 7 says Vincent Bullock. 10 says So Busy. 6 says Jonathan John Boy. 9 says Gungshi. 8 says Lucy. 8.5, no Garnacho Maguire up front with a bit of 10. There you go, Iceman. He's not perfect. He's definitely made a couple of poor decisions, but nobody is perfect and nobody can get it right all the time. Sometimes you take a roll of the dice, you gamble, and it comes up steak eyes, my lad. He's had to deal with a lot of shite, says Orlando Alaro. That's so true. It's so true. It can't be easy trying to actually make ground. It can't be easy marching along when you've got to shovel up all this shite in your way. 9 out of 10 Hag. 3-0 says Joe Smith. Mark Smith says 1. Lomi Kone says 10. 8 says T-Mill and Mr. Leo G. Respect. Okay, guys. Well, thanks for getting your opinions in about Ten Hag's performance as manager so far. I have to largely agree with you all. He's not perfect, but who is? He's done about as good as he can do. It's his first season. He's stabilised the ship. The progress is clear to see for a lot of the players and the team stylistically. That's one thing we can say about that Arsenal game, actually. It's like, even though it might sound silly to say this because we did win the other fixture that we played against Arsenal. I think Arsenal are a much better side than they were then, and we're a much better side than we were, then as well. Man United were the home side the first time around. It was an even game that first time around, but we won 3-1. This last game, even though we lost the game, it does show you, especially with no Casemiro, that Man United have come quite a way under Ten Hag. We seem a lot more organised. Arsenal are a good team. They actually played really great football in that game, and they have done for the majority of the season, to be fair. So when you're coming up against a team like that who's confident and winning games and have got a real mentality to try and beat you, then just to be in it until right near the end, away from home and all that kind of stuff is a showing that we are actually a good team again. It's just, it wasn't our day. We weren't the best team in that game. I think Arsenal were better than us in that game over the whole game. They were better than us in terms of creating chances and attacking and that kind of thing. They were the home side and they are top of the league. So that's what you've got to say. We are progressing, and Ten Hag, even though there's blips along the way and there's going to be some little bumps here and there and bad results and shocks even, we're largely progressing in the right direction. What he's done with the squad, what he's done with the mentality of the squad as well, and saying, no, we have to set a certain standard. Oh, Sancho, you're a tubby, mate. Nah, sorry. Nah, you're going to have to go and do a cheeky little, boot camp somewhere, mate. Get yourself back on track, lad. Etc. All the rest of it. He's set a certain standard. Rashford, even though you're the goal scoring match winner at the moment, oh, you're 5 minutes late, are you, bud? Benched. Sorry, lad, benched. You know what I mean? He's ruling with an orange fist. And when you've been tangoed. So Man United, we're looking better, guys. We're looking better. I'm bloody loving it. Right, okay, let's pretty much get into the live chat. I'm just going to quickly just go over a couple of things we said. So just to clarify, Ten Hag says that Rashford's best place to be is at Manchester United in the long term. He's actually scored 17 goals in 28 games since Ten Hag's been here. That's pretty incredible, isn't it? 17 in 28 games since Ten Hag's been here, including his remarkable ongoing home run, which has seen him net 9 straight games. So he's doing some incredible stuff. He's currently in contract negotiations with Man United, of course. We've extended an additional 1-year option on his deal late last year, and that still remains to be concluded. We haven't got him signed up to a new deal as of yet. We need to get him signed up, of course. But Ten Hag, just in regards to the contract talks, said that, of course, it's confidential. That's between the club and the players. He said, I think he understands Man United is his club. That's first, but also in this environment, in this team, I think he is playing his best football. He's improving, and that's about him because he's working on the good things. He's given 100% energy in it. He has a good plan, and I think also in this team, he can bring his qualities. So Ten Hag's definitely progressed Rashford again. Rashford taking his opportunities under Ten Hag. And Rashford, to credit him, is clearly working very, very hard. His mentality and his effort levels in games have gone up through the roof, really. And he's now a bit of a demon out there for us. And he looks very dangerous whenever given the ball. So, yeah, Ten Hag definitely bringing out Rashford's qualities. He says, so this team can help him get in the right position to score goals where he's good at. So also in this team, his qualities are coming in front. I think he knows that, but definitely it's important for us. And if we want to have the success that we want, we need him. And then he was asked about, PSG being interested. I mean, he just said it's good that other teams are interested in our players. But we definitely want to get Marky Rashford wrapped up. Just a couple of other things very quickly then to get into. Ten Hag backing Antony. He's obviously been under fire, and he has been shy last few games for us, basically since he come back from the World Cup. But he said that Antony can do better. But he said when he's playing, the team's winning. That already gives a message of how well he's performing. He can do better. I see space for improvement, for instance. I also know this. We want him to be more direct and to be more involved. But as I said, the team is performing better if he's on the pitch. That's a good thing. That's a good base to build further. I think he's already made an improvement in his first 3 league games. He scored 3 goals. Now he was scoring against Everton. He was scoring against Charlton. So also the fact he has an impact. But I think with his capabilities, with his talents, he can do even more. But as I said, I think he's made a good contribution into the team. So he has, not had a bad start of it, really. The start of it was good. Post-World Cup, he's been disappointing. The spotlight's on him because he costs so much money. That's it. And you've got to perform at Manchester United. So he will probably have had a little bit of a talking to in regards to cutting out some of the gash, Because it's one thing to be performing badly when you're trying and you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing. It's another thing to be looking like you're trying to be a flash bastard and playing badly, because it makes you look even worse. It makes you look like a tit, to be honest, when you do that. So hopefully it cuts out some of the silliness. There's always a time and place for a bit of skill, bit of flair, but not all the time and not just excessively and not for no reason at all. So hopefully he has that coached out of him. But Ten Hag back in Antony, and I'm back in Antony as well. What I really want to see is Sancho come back into the side, a new player, revitalised, and challenge Antony and force Antony out of the side. That's what I want to see. I want to see the best right winger put out there that we can possibly put out there. And you're going to have Antony and Sancho tussling for that position. Nobody's getting rid of Rashford over on that left-hand side. You'd be mental to. Unless Rashford goes and plays up top at number 9 and we see Sancho playing on the left wing again. But I think Sancho's kind of been done a little bit dirty in the sense that he's a right winger. He's not necessarily a left winger. He can definitely play there as an inside forward, but he's better off. His history would dictate at Dortmund and everything, playing on that right-hand side. So there you go. Sancho and Antony tussling it out for right wing. Who's better? We'll find out. It's no bad thing to have 2 good quality players in there for depth, is it? You need that. So, yep, Ten Hag, big time defending Antony as well. All right, that's basically it, guys. I'm going to get into the live chat now. We're going to have a chat with all the legends in the live chat, see what you absolute legends are saying about the game later on. We are going to be back in just a couple of hours' time for the watch-along. 7:30 p.m. we're getting kicked off, guys. Smash that like button, everyone. We're nearly at 200 likes. Let's see if we can get 200 before the end of the stream. Do hit that thumbs up if you just joined in. If you want to chat with us in the live chat, hit the subscribe button. And also, if you want to get notifications for these streams, click the bell icon for notifications, guys. Make sure you do that as well. Thank you, Big Bear. He says, looking fresh, Dompy. Man United 1-0 win tonight. I'd definitely take that. Take any sort of positive result away from home, first leg, get the job done with a cheeky little clean sheet and a goal-scoring result would be brilliant. I'd definitely take that. Queda, is it there? Philip Chapman, nice one. Hey, Julie Perkins, thank you for subscribing to the channel there. And Adelson Deloy as well, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Nice one, guys. Appreciate you. Yeah, good stuff. Good to see you. A couple of new subscribers getting in it. If you guys are new, hit the subscribe because we're devilishly close. See what I did there? Red devilishly close to get into 69,600. We've done it! We've done it, guys. Get in there, my son. Come on. Let's go. Let's get a 69.6 in the live chat, guys. We have just hit 69.6k subscribers. Come on. We're chipping away at that 70k. We're less than 400 subscribers away now from 70,000 big ones. You what? So do us a favor if you haven't done and subscribe. Hit the subscribe. You've got to hit the subscribe now. Thank you, Gungshi. Says, you're looking leaner these days, pig. Well done. Thank you, Don Gungshi, mate. I've been doing an insane amount of walking. So I had to hike to this hotel from another hotel miles away with all my stuff, mate. I've done 19,907 steps, all with all my stuff on my back, mate. So I've probably burnt about 1 million calories doing that, man. So I am just doing a lot of walking and also living on a lot of ham and cheese sandwiches, mate. That's not much else. So that's what's going on there. Hey, thank you very much, Berber lad, for getting in here. Don Bag, he says, Ten Hag is a genius. Get Rashford on a contract while he's in form so we can sell him to PSG for loads. I don't know if that's really going to happen. I think if we get him signed up to a contract, he's going to want to stay here at United, isn't he? And also PSG, man, I mean, that's not really their style. I mean, they do start what am I on about? They spent 190 million on Neymar, you know, and they've got Messi in and everything, but they generally look to poach players on the free, don't they? But no, fair enough. I mean, interesting take. Thank you, Primart. He says, sub to the pig. Best United fan channel around. A decade of fresh pork. Dude, you just made me remember. I've totally forgot about that. Dude, I'm going to have to make some content over the next few days. You've totally reminded me, mate. Thank you, Primart. Where my head's been all over the place recently, I've completely forgot. But the anniversary of this channel, the 10-year anniversary of this channel is coming up in 4 days. It's nearly 10 years old, this channel, guys. Believe it or not. So, crikey, I'm going to have to make a whole bunch of content like reacting to early videos and stuff like that, that sort of guff. Special one if you want to see some of that sort of guff for the anniversary, guys, throughout the day on the 29th. Or is it the 30th? I think it's the 30th, actually. January 30th, maybe. Nice one. 10 years. Thank you, Kane's Gaming Channel. Yeah, 10 years on YouTube. That's crazy, that is. That is actually mad. Video on the evolution of the channel. Yeah, well, that's an edit job, isn't it? That's the right editing jobby, that is, mate. Maybe I'll just watch a few of the old ones back. That's the right editing jobby. I'm trying to get, like, all the, you know... no, fuck that. If somebody else wants to make me a montage from beginning to end of this channel, just a little, highlights thing, I would absolutely love it. But I can't be doing that, guys. I can't be doing that. That'll take me absolutely days. I watched your Vanguard rap video the other day. Oh, nice one, Hoop Man. Did you enjoy it, lad? Meth Price says, let's get rid of McTominay and buy Tielemans in the summer. Thank you, Meth Price. Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of Tielemans, to be fair. I do rate him. I like your first part of what you're saying, get rid of McTominay. What I would like to happen is what Ten Hag wants. I don't think Ten Hag wants Tielemans. I think Ten Hag wants De Jong or, maybe Bellingham or something. And what I want to happen is what Ten Hag wants, because I feel like he's got his ideas. I feel like he's got quite good ideas, and you've got to back his man. You've got to back the man with the ideas. And if he wants to go about it a certain way and get Frankie De Jong in, then let's try and get Frankie De Jong. If he wants to get Bellingham, get Bellingham. If he wanted to get Tielemans, then fine. But I've almost just started thinking, don't even really care who I want anymore. It's about what Ten Hag wants. And I'm not talking about, getting Weghorst in because that's the tiny budget. No, backing the manager fully, giving him the money to go and get whoever he wants and letting him go and get whoever he wants. That's what I sort of feel is our best way of doing it. Have faith in the man. Just put your support in him. Hello there, Night Whisper. What's going on? There needs to be more of an emphasis on patient possession football tonight and less reliant on long balls. Good shout, to be fair, design patterns. I agree. I like a nice mixture. I want us to be playing, possession, but also with the idea of always trying to work out of the pitch and create chance after chance. That's what we should be trying to do, really, is control the game with our possession and just work and, pick out those chances rather than... You don't want to be too direct, too long ball. You've got to be somewhere in the middle. You don't want to be too possession and not taking enough chances, not playing enough through balls, not playing enough forward passes. You don't want to be somewhere in the middle. Kane says, it's simple. I want what Ten Hag wants. Says, Kane's gaming channel, nice one. I like your style. Dale Walker says, all that matters is what Ten Hag wants, but wouldn't have gone with Weghorst. Okay for bench choice. Yeah, I'm sure in Ten Hag's heart of hearts, he would have wanted a lot more than Weghorst, because... I think he said as much that a couple of days ago in his previous presser that if United can get someone in the January transfer window that adds to our side and is available, then they will, etc., that sort of stuff. But, Weghorst is a budget option. He's been given a certain choice here. We've got this amount of money. We can go get these players, one of these guys. Who's it going to be? And he's basically going, well, I guess I'll take Weghorst because it's better than nobody. Bellingham wants Liverpool. I don't want someone who dreams of playing for them, says Al Dan. Well, that's a fair point. Yeah, that's a fair point. But, look at Liverpool. They're doing shite at the moment, lad. Man City without Haaland would actually be below us this season. I know, but they do have Haaland, though, don't they, man? And he's just an absolute fucking complete bastard. He scores so many goals. Do you know he's already... Right, check this out, guys. This is mad. But he's already scored more goals. He's already scored more goals than the previous, 5... Golden Boot winners did in the last few seasons in the Premier League. Do you know that? Let me just double check that that's right. I heard that the other day. Is that right? Almost sounds like it can't be right because it's only January. But let me just go and have a look at this. Prem top scorers, right? Almost sounds like that can't be right, can it? This is actually ridiculous. So he's scored 25 goals now in the Premier League. Do you know that, guys? He scored 25. What? And 3 assists. That is quite ridiculous, to be honest. That is unbelievable. Whoever's got that sort of player on your side, you could say, City are a great team and they're going to get chances but he's still got to put them away. He's still doing it more impressively than any other striker they've ever had, including Aguero. 25 goals already. Crikey, he could be the first player to get 40 goals in a Premier League season this season. That could actually happen. I think the most goals ever scored in a Premier League season, I think, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, is 36. And maybe that was Andy Cole. Maybe it was Andy Cole. But that was for Newcastle United back in the day. And there was more games, wasn't there, I believe? So, but either way, he could actually beat that record. I think he's probably going to beat that record. The problem is, he would have been an absolute asset to have for any team in world football, and City have got him. That's the problem. Haaland will break the record at some point, probably tactics game. And Ayardan says, fucking robot, he needs a Keane in his career like his father. Yeah, spot on Ayardan. It's just going to be tough to stop a team like that with a player like that. I mean, we did it the other day, though, didn't we? You know, it's sort of like, you can see him doesn't do the best all the time, but he is a formidable goal scorer. It was in 1992 when the Premier League was a joke league. The Premier League was not a joke league back then, design patterns, mate. Are you 12 or something? It was fucking awesome back then. If anything, it was better back then, mate. Haaland way ahead of anyone else's 0793. I'm not being held against my will, Sim, no. You think it might have been Shearer's as Angus Gallagher? Interesting. He's a hat-trick kid that needs to become a Red Devil, says Dale Walker. No, Mo Salah didn't score 44 in one season. Hell no. No, he didn't. Did he? No, he didn't, no. The most is 36, isn't it, guys? Guys, who scored the most goals in one Premier League season before? So from 92 on, who scored the most goals? Suarez got 34, didn't he? I think. I don't know. It's hard to remember. You thought it was Shearer, says Iceman. Mo Salah 32, says Matt Gwinnett. Okay, Cole, but in 42 games. Okay, Rory. So it was Andy Cole, but he did it in 42 games. So fair enough then. You're going to be a dad, are you, Angus Gallagher? That's awesome, mate. Let's get some hashtag congrats in there for Angus Gallagher. He's got a little sprog on the way. Well done, son. Guys, we've hit 200 likes on this preview video. I want to say thanks, everyone, for hitting that like button. You're a bunch of legends. See if we can get 250 likes. Keep smashing likes if you're just joining. And subscribe and have your say. I'm going to stick around for 5 minutes, read out a bunch more comments. Oh, it was 34, was it, Berber? Okay, nice one. So Andy Cole, 34 goals in 42 games. So there's 42 games of the season then, and he got 34. Andy Cole was a beast. Congratulations. Can we get Tiedeman's Kane in the summer, says Beef Bully? I mean, I would like it. I would definitely like it. A lot of people don't like Harry Kane for some reason. It's because he cost a lot of money. But if you could get him for a reasonable price, you can't get much more of a proven goal scorer in the Premier League. That would be a great counter, at least for a couple of seasons, to City having Haaland. Because you are going to have somebody that can smash in a lot of goals. I say that, though. If you actually look at, I mean, Kane's having... Let's have a look at the Premier League goal scorer table. So I'm sure he's got a lot of goals already this season. Premier League top scorers. He's got at least, I think I saw it earlier. What was it? 16. Yeah. So he's got 16 goals this season so far. It's January 25th. That's pretty fucking meaty, to be fair. That's decent. But Haaland's got 9 more than that. And he's also got 2 more assists than Kane as well. That's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But anyway, so there you go, guys. That's it. Those are the 2 best goal scorers in the league, statistically speaking. So it would make sense for Manchester United, if we could, to try and get hold of Kane. But I know a lot of people don't want him. Smash a 1 in the chat if you take Kane. Smash a 2 if you don't want him. But I would take him. I know he's a bit injury prone. I know he's a bit of a slab. I know he's going to be on big money. I know he's going to cost a lot of money. But if we want to go out there and get the best of the best for what we need for winning games in the league for at least the next few seasons, who is better? Who would be better than that? I don't see who we could go and get that would be better. Even younger players like Osimhen, they could be great, but they're more of a gamble than Kane, who's proven in the Prem, and you know what you're going to get from him. Jonathan Gallagher would have him an overfloater, and Matty Gwinnett and Night Whisper. Kane's gaming doesn't want him. Kingsley's not sure. Berber says 1 in a heartbeat better than what we have. Yeah, definitely better than what we have. In fact, he's way better than what we have, isn't he? That's it. He is way better than what we have. Hey, what's up, Ronnie Dodge? He should be coming to a side like that as well. Surely this is Kane's last season at Spurs. As long as Spurs do what Spurs always do and full-on bottle job it out big time and just completely bottle it, and don't win anything this season and just bottle it, which is what they're going to do, then he's going to want to leave surely again, and they can't keep hold of him. Man United would be a great destination for him. He's not going to go to City anymore because City have got Haaland. They're not going to go and buy Kane anymore. There was links previously, but because they've got Haaland, they're not going to get Kane. Kane's not going to want to go play second fiddle. So who does that leave? Well, I guess you could look at some of the other, like Chelsea, Arsenal, these sorts of teams. But no, I think the team that needs him the most, the team that would fit him the best, the team that would give him, the platform that he needs to potentially win things anyway right now would be Man United with Ten Hag. Palmares has won that Spurs side, creates no chances. He scored 25 for us, easy. Kane's still an elite finisher. Definitely, mate. Great movement. Also, his vision's good. He can create. I mean, I'm surprised he's only got 1 assist this season in the league, because whenever I see him playing, you know, he's dropping deep, he's getting wide, he's putting balls in. He's not just a conventional, you know, not just a number 9. He's also a good footballer all around. Kane will do till the new owners come in and we get Mbappe. Go on, Berber lad. You think Spurs will overtake you, Pigs, this minus 1? I don't. Spurs are Spurs. They're too Spursy to do well this season, mate. They're shite. Kane either stays like Shearer or he goes to United, says Tactics Gaming. For his career, it'd be better to leave, says AR Dan. Because Son is shite this season. Kane should have more assists, says Palmeiras. Yeah, fair one. Well, again, there's another player that Man United should try and poach. We need to build for the future, not for 3 seasons, says Josh Lee. Well, okay. But, you know, you do need a mixture of experience and youth and that sort of stuff as well. And there's transitions. You can't just, buy 11 new players at this time, then they all retire at the same time, they get 11 new players. You've got to have, that's what Fergie was a master of, rebuilding teams and slowly bringing new players in to succeed other players. You've got to do that. Chelsea on a serious rebuild, says Overfloater. A life Spain update? Maybe Andy Young at some point, lad, yeah. But people say Kane is too slow, but if he scores my team goals like he proves he does every season, I couldn't give a fuck. Exactly there, Jay Hicks. People say he's slow. But if you look at the last 5 Premier League campaigns, Kane, if he's not the top scorer, he's second, or he's right up there with he's one of the best goal scorers in the league. Kane can get more goals with us and his work ethic is good. Definitely, Dale. Yeah, I think he'd be very hungry. If he was coming to United, he'd be very hungry to win some games. Guys, I'm just going to go over to Twitter. I'm going to give you a chance at the top of live chat. There it is. To go over and give us a cheeky little retweet. If you want, I'm going to shout out every one of the legends that has retweeted this show today. It does help us out to spread the word a little bit. So it's at the top of the live chat. I've pinned it there. It's on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, give us a follow at Flying Pig United. But retweet that tweet. That way it will help spread the word of the posse a little bit. And I'm going to go over to Twitter and just shout out a few peeps here that have retweeted it. Wizzy K, thank you, Wizzy Man, John, and Don Gunsciglione. Thank you guys very much indeed for retweeting the show. And also VK Boss as well. Thank you so much, VK Boss. Guys, I appreciate you retweeting the stream there. That's very much appreciated. Right, yeah. So, I guess we're going to pretty much wrap this preview up. Guys, there's the preview. Make sure you do smash that like on this video before you go and hit the subscribe button. We're back on here at 7:30 p.m, guys. Just over 2 hours for the watch-along of the Carabao Cup semi-final leg 1. Nottingham Forest versus Manchester United. Come on, United. Be there or be an absolute fucking pudding. Come and join us at 7:30, guys. Let me get you the link to the watch-along. Yeah, you know, keep an eye out for it. Set a reminder. Click the subscribe button. Click the bell icon. And come and join us for the stream, which is happening at 7:30 p.m. We're getting going half an hour before kickoff. So come and join us then, guys. Let me get the watch-along link for you legends. Okay, Pucker. Pucker me old mucker. Let's go back. Okay, nice one. But yeah, great preview video today, guys. Thanks for all turning up for this afternoon's show. I am in Spain at the moment, but I am still doing these videos. It's a bit difficult to do nighttime streams. I know I said I was going to do a stream on Sunday night for the FIFA stream, but basically it was just people next door, and I could hear them, and you know, if they could definitely hear me, and if I'm starting at 9 p.m, I'm going to be finished until midnight. I'd just be pissing people off too much. So I decided not to do it. But when I can get into a place where, you know, I've got to look around places, find places that have a little bit of space or a little corner plot that's not got somebody above it or below it or to the side of it, and then we'll be all good to do nighttime FIFA streams again. But yeah, it's not ideal at the moment, guys, but it's all I can do at the moment until I get established and sorted out here, peeps. Anyway, right, here we go. Watch along, smash a like on this one as well. Go over there and smash a pre-match like on it. That'll help us out. I'll pin it to the top of live chat. Go and check it out. Thank you, Wiggy. Enjoy yours as well, man. I thank all the mods, people like Gungshi, Wiggy, Berber, Primot, Jonathan Gallagher, all for getting in here raw throughout the show. All the members, thanks for supporting the channel. Seriously, guys, thank you to all the members of the channel in green with the badges next to their name. People like Ronnie, Wiggy, Berber, AR Dan, Palmarius, Josh Lee, Jonathan Gallagher, Andy Young. Who else is there? Philip Chapman, Kingslayer. You know, all the legends. Hey, Haroli, what's going on, man? And everybody else as well, like Haroli and all the legends of the channel, Primot. Everyone, thank you very much for joining us for today's show. That is going to be it, but we are going to be back at 7:30, so come and hang out with us then. But I'll tell you what you can do for now. You can come back after this video is finished and comment in the not live comment section with your team lineups if you want, who you'd like to see start tonight, and also your prediction for tonight's game. Not the overall tie, just tonight's game. Come back and get your predictions in after the video, not in the live comments, in the not live comments. We're going to win today, Shashir. Come on, of course we're going to win, mate. Thank you, Mank Grower. You too, bud. Thank you so much. Dale Walker, Orlando, Kingslayer, Haroli, Jay, Hoopman, Legends, man. Thank you, every one of you guys and gals out there for watching the stream today. Have a good one. Sorry if I missed any of you, but love to all the Bacon Brigade. Let's get some Bacon Brigade emojis to end on. Oh, crikey. Come on, United, let's go. Hey, Ted Zavala, nice one, bud. See you later. And John Doherty. Oh, shit. Night Whisper, you what? Holy shit, man. Thank you, Haroli. Night Whisper just gifted 10 memberships out on the channel. You what, bud? Oh, my goodness me. Dudes, everyone, let's get a hashtag 10 in there and a massive love heart for this big legend who's just gifted out 10 memberships. You what? Mate, thank you so much, Night Whisper, for that, man. That is absolutely raw, lad. That is a raw one. He's gifted out 10 new members and it's gone to. Let's have a look. Thank you, Night Whisper, bro. That's absolutely awesome. Come on. That's in there. He's gifted a membership to Haroli. Let's go, Haroli. And Dale Walker, come on. Jedi Stew was gifted a membership by Night Whisper. And James T. And OH Boy. Let's go. And Martin Carlo as well. Come on. The Bristolian Mackham was gifted a membership. And Smithy. And Sonic Asylum as well. That's awesome. And Mr. Leo G. Hey, welcome aboard, everyone. Welcome aboard, guys. That is absolutely sensational. Thank you so much, bud, for the tip there, Night Whisper, man. That is genuinely awesome, dude. I love a gifted membership, Milan. It's the best type of tippage there is because it's a tip, but somebody else gets to be a member as well. It's just fucking awesome, man. Thank you, Night Whisper. Thank you, Night Whisper. You're a legend, bro. That's awesome, man. Thank you so much. Dudes, let's just get some big love hearts in there for Night Whisper to end this stream on then, guys. That is immense. You're absolutely awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Guys, we're going to leave the stream there. Actually, hit the like before you go. We're so close to 250, so hit the like before you go. Subscribe, notification bell. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Twitch. All at Flying Pig United. We'll be back here in just over 2 hours, about 7:30 for the game. So come and join us then, guys. Come on, United. We're going to smash up those Nottingham Forest melts. We're going to do the Robin Hood on those melts, guys. Rob from the rich and give to the needy. Actually, that doesn't really work out, is it? It would be more like robbing from the needy and giving to the rich from United. You know, whatever. It's not a direct, version of Robin Hood. We're going to call it Throbbin Hood, starring Eric Ten Hag and his band of merry not melters. Let's go. We'll see you then. Thank you, guys. We're going to cut their heart out with a spoon. But why a spoon, sire? Because it's blunt, you fool. It'll hurt more. We're going to do them later, guys. Oh, yeah, we are. Sheriff of Nottingham style. Right, guys, catch you in a bit. Thanks for watching. You're a bunch of legends. Go and smash a cheeky like on this watch along here. I'll put the link in the live chat. And that's on there at 7:30. Much love, everyone. Thanks for watching. That's the end of the show. Shout out to the Bacon Army. Come on, United. And remember, Piggy loves you. Also remember, when the seagulls follow the trawler. As this is because they sing, sardines will be thrown into the sea. Thank you very much.